If you try to restrict again, you're gonna end up in the exact same cycle that brought you to this video. But I urge you, I implore you, I beg you for the sake of your well-being. And better doesn't mean eating better, it means treating yourself better. Is this thing recording? I'm just kidding. This is a one-person production, so of course I know that it's recording. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Hannah. Welcome to the Hannah Linnea channel. If you're new to this channel, I hope that you subscribe because every week I'm coming out with videos talking about health and well-being for your relationship with yourself, for food, exercise, and everyone else in your life. That's cool stuff. I do have a master's degree in health and socioeconomics, so I know a thing or two. You clicked on this video because you might be dealing with a pretty intense binge and restrict cycle right now, and you want to know what to do after you binge. So you tuned into the right video because I used to have bulimia, and I have been dealing with binge and restrict disordered eating cycles for my entire life. I know how hard it is to be able to find a way out of this. But do not worry because I'm here to help you. So let's dive into this. This is a heavy topic, so let me just catch my breath for a second. Okay, the first thing that I need you to listen very clearly to about what you should do after you binge is to not restrict. Do not try to eat a specific food or not eat at all, or only eat celery for 3 days. Don't do it. Do not go on a water fast. Do not drink only tea and black coffee. Do not take things to make you go to the bathroom. Do not restrict. I know. It's so much easier to say do not restrict than it is to actually not restrict. But I urge you, I implore you, I beg you for the sake of your well-being and your happiness and your health and for everybody else in your life. Do everything that you can to not restrict. Okay, but last night, for example, you just had like an entire carton of ice cream, and then you had chips, and then you had toast and peanut butter because you love toast and peanut butter. And today you are on YouTube because you want to know how to get out of this and what to do. If you try to restrict again, you're gonna end up in the exact same cycle that brought you to this video. Do you want to do that? Do you really want to do that? I don't think so. I know that you are capable of doing better, and better doesn't mean eating better, it means treating yourself better. Number 2, today or tomorrow or whenever it is that you are post binge, when you wake up and you feel like eating a piece of toast or cereal, you're like, no, I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. I ate too much last week. You need to go and eat that thing that you're craving, which sounds a little bonkers. You're like, but why? That doesn't make sense. Like, I'll just gain weight. Please hear me out. Please don't click off this video. Please watch this. If you've been restricting for months, weeks, days, years, your entire life, of course, and if you always feel guilty for wanting to eat food, when you finally allow yourself to have that bowl of cereal or to have that bag of chips, of course you're going to binge on it because you haven't eaten it and it's been this thing that you can't touch. It's kind of like when you tell a child that they're not allowed to play with something and then all they want to do is play with mama's remote or something. It's the exact same fundamental thing when you are denying yourself the food that you want to eat. So do not restrict. When you want to eat something, don't feel guilty and shame about it. Just eat it. If you eat too much of it, which is likely going to happen, it's okay because you know that you're allowing yourself and you're wiring your brain to be like, this food isn't off limits anymore. This might sound really scary to you, but let me put this into perspective for you. During my really bad binge and restrict days and during my time of bulimia, toast and peanut butter I could never eat because if I ate it, I would eat half a loaf of bread, the entire loaf of bread with peanut butter, and then butter, and any type of topping that I could have once I ran out of the peanut butter. And it was my do not eat food. And then after going to therapy, after, taking time to invest in my food self relationship, I realized that a piece of toast is just a piece of toast. If I want to eat that piece of toast, just eat it. Have the one piece enjoy it, and carry on with your day. You might want to have a piece of toast and peanut butter for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snack, and after dinner snack and dessert, and that's fine. And you'll find that once you start allowing yourself to eat these foods, that you can go for days. Soon it will be like days you don't think about it. Then it will be weeks you don't think about it. And now for me, when I wake up, I'm not thinking about toast and peanut butter anymore. I'm thinking about what I'm going to be doing with my day. And if you allow yourself to do that with the food that you can't eat, then you'll be able to start to think about your day too in ways that are far beyond restricting food and avoiding food. Okay, so we got kind of like the fundamentals of like the mindset kind of things. Got the mindset to-dos after a binge. And then let's think about like the health kind of things. One thing that a lot of people don't do that everyone should be doing is to drink 4 liters of water every day. That is recommended by healthcare professionals. If you're just sipping on coffee all the time, that's not very hydrating. Yes, it's liquid, but coffee, correct me if I'm wrong, is kind of dehydrating. And when you're dehydrated, you might confuse thirst with hunger. So, just make sure you're sipping on water, flavored water throughout the day, and do not treat that as a hunger suppression or a meal replacement, because that's restriction as well. Believe it or not, that is restriction as well. Drink your water when you're having a food, eat it, carry on. If you want to have a bowl of ice cream at 11 in the morning, have your bowl of ice cream. You don't need to wait all day and then binge on it later. And then another thing, and then I would say like my fourth thing to do after a binge is to think about, well, what was going on? Like what was stressing me out during the day to lead me to that predicament? Think about why you weren't able to serve what you wanted to serve and sit down and mindfully eat that and enjoy it and be an active participant in the nourishment and the health and the well-being of your body. So in the programs that I operate, I teach you how to see food as a tool to enhance your life rather than to control it. And I teach you how to gain energy and confidence that you never knew was possible. And we work through things like body image, body dysmorphia, and all the other components in your life that have happened in the past, in the moment, and how you envision your future that are impacting the cycle that you're going through right now with binging and restricting. Your life deserves more than cutting off social interactions and cutting off things that you love to do and removing the self-care portion of your day for cooking and eating food because you want to be skinny. At the skinniest times in my life, I was either bulimic, harming my body and being bulimic in a very dangerous way, which led me to be accepted to an eating disorder recovery facility. Or another time when I was at my skinniest, I was in an abusive relationship where my life was put into danger, which I talk about in this video. You deserve so much more than that, and I know what it's like. It's really hard to figure these things out, but it is possible to get out of it. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel so you never miss any tips that I have and health hacks that I have for you to be able to live a more well-rounded life. And if you want that extra push, and if you need that extra guidance, if you want that support to have somebody, me, as your go-to cheerleader and resource for overcoming the endless binge and restrict cycle and obsessive exercise routines that you may have, make sure that you send me an email or send me a DM on my Instagram. I have everything linked down below for you to get into contact with me, and I look forward to hopefully finding a solution for you to finally find self-love and food peace so you can live the well-rounded, healthy, balanced life that you deserve. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you have not done so, and I wish you all the best in your food freedom journey.